It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Bengals' rangy cornerback.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw. Curtis. There's Chris Olave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Curtis. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Taken at about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now Green, throwing to start the drive. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Green on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
Touchdown, Bengals! A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On third down, Curtis. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
That penalty is declined.
On first down, Curtis. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. Dances by him. And able to get this to the 31.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on second down, Curtis. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Looking to throw. Curtis. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating from the gun. Curtis. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, Kamara. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Green. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Green. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on third and 8. Looking to throw. Curtis. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Boswell's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're going to try and throw. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Off the bootleg. Green. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Operating from the gun, Curtis. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. And he is finally stopped. Boy, he almost made it, but not quite. Down around the 5-yard line. What a return. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down. Off play action. Green forced it, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Kick out of bounds.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Curtis. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st and 10, Curtis. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Curtis. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. Looking to throw. Curtis. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Curtis. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Not scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And here's Green. Off play action. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Green steps away to his left. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Steps away. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So following the failed try on 4th down, will change ends and change possession. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing to start the drive. Curtis. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Curtis. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Well, they just continue to roll. And Charles, for you and I, we like the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. Escapes the sack, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Curtis. And his throw here's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Curtis throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Curtis. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Now Green. Off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A 10th carry for Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's brought down. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Looking to throw. Curtis to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Throwing on 1st down. Curtis drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to throw. Curtis. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Curtis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To the right side and complete to Thomas.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
To throw on third down. Curtis. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Looking to throw. Curtis. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals. At this point, this was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is now an even 30. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kick out of bounds.
And that flag accepted.
On 1st and 10, Curtis. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout.